Now let's say if they close down Chase Manhattan back. If the doors are locked, sorry, can't get your money. They did that shit in Cyprus. They did that shit in Poland. They did it. And you know that, right? They did that.
What's that, Brother Frazier?
They closed down the banking system in Cyprus and in Poland. And this is next. They're going to do Canada. They're going to do the International Monetary Fund and the Rothschild. They run the money. They run for the Vatican. They run it for the Vatican. They have a boss. They have a boss. It's the Vatican. See, but it's hard to get people to admit that. If you talk to people in the know, they'll say, "Oh no, the Vatican don't run nothing. No, you're wrong, man. No, them bishops." And they showed you that in Godfather Part 3. The cigarette smoking motherfuckers. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that's the third one is the best one.
Yeah. They really connect the dots.
Yes. So the Pope and the Black Pope, Nicholas Adolfo, he's running this shit. He runs all the CIA, the Pentagon. They answer the mafia. And you know, the mafia a bunch of little.
I know, but they ain't nobody. Essentially, the Vatican is behind them. They was an arm of the Vatican.
And they showed you that in Godfather Part 3. Michael Corleone went to the bishop and paid that money.
Right.
He paid that cigarette smoking bishop. He paid that $250 million into Banco Immobiliare.
And they don't put frames in movies like that for nothing.
Simple pen.
They would have never, even though you might say that's entertainment, entertainment is art imitating life. So they're not going to use that frame, they're not going to use that concept, they're not going to put that, or even write that into a script when it has no validity to it, talking about an underground crime syndicate that was just newly coming out to the American public. They would have never put that in there if it didn't have any value of fact.
You know what it is? You know why what I just told you didn't go down yet? It's because the elite structure, the elite bankers are trying to get a feel of who's gonna cause a riot. Now, they feel now that most of the population is already sedated. They're sedated. They want to know how sedated are you? See? They want to know, are you taking your medication? They want to know, is that fluoride in the water kicking in yet? Chemtrail, you saw them all day long.
Love and hip hop, they want to know if they're all taking its design effect on you. So they could either step it up or step it up more.
You know who's rocking this information big time? You won't believe this? That pastor called Tony Alamo. He be putting flyers on your cars and shit. He leave this little elaborate flyer in the car. Don't throw that shit away.
Pastor Tony, the dark-skinned brother?
No, he's a light-skinned brother. He been around since the 60s. Tony Alamo. He's dropping all this shit about the Vatican. So it's getting warm. So we approach it. We done hit the astrological sign Aries. See? So now,
Aquarius.
well, we're in Aquarium. We left Pisces. We left
Pisces. Going from the fifth dimension. We're going from the Piscean era, which was why Christianity was so pervasive and so impactful, even though it had a lot of lies and stuff in it. There was a lot of aspects of truth in it that globally had an impact. Now we're in the information age, where Aquarius is a person with a bucket of water throwing it out. Water, to me, look at the word W-A-T-E-R. When all truth enters reality, he is throwing the water out or throwing the old systems out and ushering in new systems or new concepts and ideas.
That Piscean age is the age of our belief.
Right.
The Aquarian age now is I know.
Right.
So the people in power are concerned about who's in the know.
Right.
See, they're concerned about that shit. See, why didn't they kill Malcolm X's grandson?
Right.
That's when they killed him. because he was a knower. See?
He was about to bring back something that they tried to kill in the 60s. And he was bringing it back, and he had the respect and love of to a great extent of the hip hop, and I know this for a fact. For the hip hop community, there was Bloods and Crip people from California, from other parts of the world, even that is not even from the demographic he's from, socially speaking, that supported his cause, and that because of who he is and where he descended from, and the message that he was bringing forth, they had to stop him. So that's why his death was shrouded in so much mystery, inside of enigma, inside of a riddle, and then was swept under a rug. You didn't hear much about him after he died in Mexico. The community has not even fighted or went and asked for or demanded any further information pertaining to that, and nor have they offered it.
I think it was a sample. I think he was lured there for that. Because they couldn't do it here.
That's why the person didn't die.
Right.
That he was from, that he went there to go see to help advance his cause. Who was a person that was actually an activist in California. I forget the Mexican cat's name. And then he went down there to support his cause because of his name. His namesake alone would have generated the kind of attention that they were looking for to get for the certain cause and for the certain political plight that they was trying to advance and struggle for. Now, when he went down there, the person that brought him down there, he didn't get touched. Malcolm only got touched. And because he was just exiled from America, he was just kicked out of America because of his political connections and his political activity. For him to be kicked out of it, I'm not saying that I don't want to sound like just a conspiracy theorist with no facts or no information, just a point to ponder. We know the history, we know the type of things that this country is known for doing. We've dug up so many damn bones, okay, out of their closet, out of their goddamn way. I mean, there's just so much dirt on them. It doesn't seem far-fetched to think that maybe an unholy alliance was met between the CIA, that dude, okay, or some deal was met. Okay, well, we can, you know what I'm saying? You've been basically exiled from America. You've been kicked out. You lost your green card. Maybe we can have you come back in under our stipulations, rules, and regulations if you get this nigga down here. You know what I'm saying? It could have. I'm not saying it's a fact, but it's damn sure been swept under a rug. And for an international political figure such as Malcolm X's grandson, who was involved in the activism, and then keep in mind, a couple of months prior to that happening, he was about to go to Iran to do an international Islamic summit, and the topic was America was the true terrorist. On his way there, and this is public information that can be researched, he was taken by the CIA, who was waiting for him at the airport. They didn't allow him to get on the plane. They took him out, didn't let his family.
You don't know what the fuck you talking about, man. You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Do what the enemy wants you to do, man. Okay? Okay? Now, they didn't let him get on the plane, didn't contact his relatives or nothing, and had him, okay, basically behind enemy lines without any acknowledgement of anybody. It makes you wonder, what did they talk to him about? What did they question him on? I don't know, but my inquiring mind just wants to know. What things did they discuss? They didn't pull him out of nowhere. Obviously, they were monitoring and following him. Just 1 second, man, hold fast. I'm not going away, I'm not Russian, I'm black. I am right here, okay? My brother Sarnetta, man, I love that brother, okay? So, you know, you got to put that in effect. And then just a couple of months later, when he finally did go out of town somewhere else, his death was mysterious. 2 or 3 different stories, swept under a rug, and there's been no follow-up. It just makes you wonder, and it also should make you angry, and it also should make you more organized, more sharper, or trying to be more underground collectively as a community of people who claim to be conscious, fighting against injustice, fighting against ignorance, fighting against all the dynamics of socially, politically, economically, academically that are stacked up against us. We should be trying to look into these things and try to better organize and facilitate ourselves with structure to help us evade or elude or overcome these kind of things that are going to be stacked up against us, because it is inevitable. And how many more examples do we need? All right? With that being said, I want to just try to say once again, sharpen your mind. Okay? And after you sharpen your mind, resharpen it. And after you resharpen it, sharpen it some more. Because we are dealing with
get your ass out.
We are dealing with issues that are critical, necessary, and that need to be addressed, man. So knowledge is the blueprint, okay, to be able to address any of those situations. So with that, I want to say death to white supremacy and black power. All right, sharpen your minds.